In today's class, we are going to start a new chapter, the chapter number 5 in the socials. The name of this chapter is Mapping Skills. This page is on the this chapter name or this page is 44. Everybody open page number 44 in their books. Page number 44. The first page of the chapter is 44 and we will start the chapter from the page number 45. So the name of the chapter is on the page 44.
Sir,
Sir,
can
Everybody
I
I
have
open.
a
read?
question.
Sir, can I
Sir,
read?
I have a question.
Okay, yes, what's your question?
Sir, how did you bring this one from Google? What did you write?
Sorry, what are you saying? What I bring from what?
How did you bring this PDF from Google? What did
No,
you
I
write?
didn't bring it on the Google. I didn't bring it on the Google. I make it in the PDF. I made it from the book. I have a book and I make this PDF from the book.
Okay.
Okay, I just take a picture and make a PDF of those pictures.
Sir, can
That's
I
it.
read?
Okay, so everybody is on the page 44.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so the
Yes.
name of the chapter is Mapping Skills. So,
Sir, page what?
okay, on the page 44, the chapter name is Mapping Skills. Okay, on the page
Okay, sir.
45, we will start reading. Everybody should move on the page number 45. Everybody should move or open the page number 45. Okay, now, okay, Ayan, can you read this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Have you ever tried visiting a friend at his her home and lost your way because you do not know the area she is staying well? You could have avoided losing your way if you had asked your friend for a map showing the route to his her house. On the map would be on the map would be important streets and buildings to look out for. You would then know which direction to talk and which street to follow.
Okay, that's good, Ayan. Okay, so what did Ayan said? Ayan said that if you ever try to visit your friend, you are going to the house of your friend. Okay, and you forgot the route, the road, the way towards your friend's house, and you lost your way because you do not know the area in which area that person is living. Okay, so you do not know this area very well. You do not know this country, this roads, this route very clearly or very well. So you lost. You forgot where you are going. Okay, so you could have avoided losing your way, your route, or your road if you have asked your friend for a map. Okay, if you ask your friend, give me the map towards your home. In this way, you will never forget the way of your friend's home. Okay, so if you ask your friend for a map showing the route to his or her house, you know, in this today's timings, in today's modern timings, in this current year, we also ask a map from our friends. But our map is different. How? We ask our friend, send me your location. Send me your location on the WhatsApp. So, in this way, basically, we are asking for a map because when someone shares their location or send their location on the WhatsApp to us, basically that friend is sharing a map, and then that map is showing you the location or the house of that person. Okay. So on the map would be important streets. If you see the maps on the Google, if you use the Uber, if you use the Google Maps, if you use the WhatsApp location, so you see so many important streets on the map and buildings. Why? Because on every map there would be important or all streets and buildings to look out for. You would then know which direction to walk and which street to follow. When you see the important streets and the buildings on the map, and by viewing or seeing, you know in which direction you have to walk and which street you have to follow. Okay, so everybody understand this point till here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Marwan, Marwan, can you read it? The second paragraph?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A simple map such as the one in figure 5.1 is good enough to show the route from the school to public library. Getting around an unfamiliar neighborhood may be difficult without a map. In a larger place such as a city or a country, it would be even more difficult. We would be lost without a map to guide us. Maps are
Therefore,
therefore very uh,
important.
therefore very important whether we move on land, at sea, or even in the air. We really
Rely.
we rely on maps to plan our routes and to make sure that we are moving in the correct direction.
Okay, that's great, Marwan. Okay, so Marwan told us that a simple map. Marwan showed us a map picture. Where is the picture? The picture is on the same page. Let me show you the picture. A simple map. The map is also showing on the page number 45. A simple map is good enough, is best or good enough to show the route from the school to the public library. Okay, if you see, if you see picture in this picture they are showing a route or a path or a way from where to where. They are showing uh, they are showing a route from the school to the public library. Here is a public library, here is a school. So they are showing it with the help of a dotted lines. This line is showing that we have to going out from the school, then take a left and then take another left, and then we have to go straight, and then we have to take one right. Now we are in front of the public library. This map is clearly showing the route. Getting around in an unfamiliar. The word unfamiliar means the thing which is not known, the thing which is not understandable, or you don't know that thing, it's unfamiliar. So, getting around an unfamiliar neighborhood. Okay, as you know, who is your neighbor? The person who is living around you. The persons who are living around you are your neighbors. Okay, so the neighborhood may be difficult without a map. So for example, when you are traveling in a new area, unfamiliar area means you don't know that area and it's a new area for you. So in this unknown area, it is difficult for everyone to go without a map. In a larger place such as city or country, it would be even more difficult. For example, in the same city, we go to some specific region, we forgot the alley, we forgot the road. But if we are going to some new city or new country, then it would become more difficult without the map. Okay, we would be lost without a map to guide us. For example, for example, can you imagine any Uber drive the car without the map? No. It's not possible because the Uber service is completely based on the map. If the mapping system is not there on the mobiles, then it is nearly impossible for the company to survive. Why? Because they are showing the shortest route, the roads which are very much short to reach to the destination. So because of that, routes and the roads, basically those are map. Okay, so maps are therefore very important. Whether we move on land, for example, we are moving on earth, so the map is important. For example, we are moving on sea, then the map is also important. Even when we are flying in the air, in the aeroplane, then even the map is there. The aeroplane is moving according to the map. There is a map feed in the aeroplane. The pilots can move or fly the plane on the specific routes. They can't go anywhere. So they have a map. On that map, they can fly the aeroplane. So we rely. The word rely means believe or depend. So we rely or depend on maps to plan our routes. For example, we have to go to Makkah, we have to go to Medina. So we just put the destination in our mobile and sit in the car. Now our mobile will navigate, will give us a route on the maps. Okay, and make sure that we are moving in the correct direction. Okay, it shows us a map, not just showing us a map, but also show us a correct direction. For example, if we miss any cut, if we miss any road, then that map on the app will show you that you are going wrong. In the same way, the map will show you that you miss that road or you miss that sign. So everybody understand this thing?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
sir.
great.
Yes,
That's
Yes,
great.
sir.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So, now, if you see this picture, if you see this picture is showing you some symbols. Like this sign is showing a road in it. This sign is showing a road in it. This dotted line is showing a route. This arrow is showing a field, that this is a boundary of a school. It's inside the school. Okay. These dots showing the buildings. Where is the building? Here is it. Okay. And these green dots showing that there are some trees in the park. Okay. And this is showing the playground. See, it's a park. It's a park. But there are some playground also. People can play here. Okay. So these are the symbols. In this chapter, we will discuss symbols in detail. Okay. In the next pages of the chapter, we have a detail on the symbols. Now we are moving towards the page number 46. We are moving towards the page number 46. So everybody open the page number 46. Yes, Ahmad Abdul Latif, you are right. Uber drivers learn the road. But the point is, if someone is new in the city, for example, someone is going to USA or New York or any other country, and they are start driving there. So they are new to that country. And for learning all the roads, you need 1 to 2 years or even 6 to 7 months to learn the all the roads. But the point is that the Uber or the Google Maps will give you the opportunity to reach anywhere in the world with the help of those map. So in this way, yes, some Uber drivers knows the roads, but the point is many of them rely on the maps because maps are showing that you are going correct. This road is short, you can reach quickly. So this is the way. Okay, Ayan, I will give you the answer for this question at the end because this question is not related to the course, it's related to the other subject. Okay, Now, now we have Mohammad Disogi. Mohammad Disogi, can you read the first paragraph?
Okay, sir. What are maps? They are visual representations of Earth's surface as seen vertically from above. Maps show how things on the Earth's surface are related to one another in terms of distance, direction, and size.
Okay, that's good, Mohammad Disogi. So, what does Mohammad Disogi said? Mohammad Disogi said that what are maps? So, Muhammad Disogi told us that maps are the visual representation. Maps are the visual representation. The word visual means the things which we can see. Did you know the word video? Why do we call it a video? Because the video, we can see it, we can't touch it. So, the visual means the things which we can see. So, these are the visual representation, the things which we can see, and these things are of earth surface as we see them vertically from above. Like this map, we see them vertically. Okay, but in the Google map, you can see vertically as well as you can also see it horizontally. Okay, but a normal paper map, for example, when you print the map, when you got the map from the shop, so you can just see it from above. The map showing how things on the earth's surface are related to one another in terms of distance. So map shows you distance, direction, and the size. It shows you the size of the country or the city or the specific area, showing you the direction in which direction this city is and how much is the distance between every city and the country. Okay, so now Adam Ahmed. Adam Ahmed, can you read the second paragraph?
Yes, sir. Figure 5.2 to 5.4 are
No, no, this one,
examples
this
of
one, this one, the second
uh,
paragraph. Before printing.
before printing was invented, maps were mostly drawn by hand and were not widely available. With the invention of printing in the 15th century, maps became widely available. The first world map came about in the 16th century following the voyages
Voyages,
of
voyages of Christopher.
voyages of Christopher Columbus and other explorers.
Okay, that's great, Adam Ahmed. So, what does Adam Ahmed said? Adam Ahmed said that before printing was invented, as you know, the printing is done with the help of printer. In the old times, when there were no machines, there were no printing. So, at that time, how the maps or how the things will work? Before printing was invented, maps were mostly drawn by hand. The maps are drawn or people can draw them with the help of hand, and they are not widely available. Widely means, here the word, the literal meaning of that word wide means large, but here widely available means commonly available. So it means that they are not widely available means they are not commonly available. So before printing, maps are drawn by hand and they are not common. They are not available easily. It's very difficult to get a map in the older times before the printing. So, with the invention of printing, when the printing is invented in the 15th century, maps become common. They are largely or widely available to everyone. They are commonly available in the 15th century. The first world map, the first map of the world is came about in the 16th century. Okay, and this map is showing the routes and the places where the Christopher Columbus and the other explorers gone. That map is showing the routes of the great explorers that where they are going. So that map is came or appear in the 16th century. Now, okay, that's good. That's good, Marwan. So, how people knew the map? For knowing the map, for example, if I just ask you, do you know car? Yes, you know car because you travel in that car. Okay, you see the car and you know it very well. But if I ask you some difficult thing, or if I ask you anything which you didn't used, then you don't know about it. So how people knew the map? This is the question of Muhammad Disogi, that how people knew the map. Before knowing the map, you just have to study some small symbols or the things which make the map clear, so that you will know that what does that dot means, what that does that line means, what does that square means in the map. So we will see all the things in the map. So in the older times, there were no printing mechanism. So people draw the maps with the hands. Okay. How they make it? They draw it according to their easiness. For example, if I say you, just if we were taking on campus classes, I will surely give you the one task, or we will do this task in the class. But right now we are taking a class in online. So I'm just discussing the one point that, for example, if I give you the example, just draw the map of the school. So everybody make a map, but the drawing would be different. Some people will make the classes, some people will make the ground. Everyone may make everything, but the size of the make can be map can be different. Okay, and the classes, the chairs, the playground. Okay, so everyone will make according to their understanding. So in this way, older times map are difficult to understand, not commonly available, and drawn by the hand. Okay, so these questions are from, okay, Muhammad Hassan. Both these questions are from Muhammad Disogi. Now we have Abdul Rahman Ayman. Abdul Rahman Ayman, can you read the next paragraph? This one?
Yes, sir. Figure 5.2 to 5.4 are examples of early maps. The maps in figure 5.2 is hand drawn, not on paper but on a piece of clay. Although simple, this map was the first map drawn with a scale. You can see that with new and better methods of calculation, drawing and tools, the map gradually become what they are today. Figures 5.3 and 5.4 are very close to the maps we have today, although they were printed in the 16th century.
Okay, that's good, Abdul Rahman Ayman. Okay, so now in this, what does Abdul Rahman Ayman said? Abdul Rahman Ayman told us about the figures 5.2, 5.3, and 5.4. In these, 5.2 and 5.4, 5.3, all are examples of the early maps. This is the map 5.2, will be from year 1400 to 1499. It's from the 14th century. This is from the 14th century. This is from the 14th century, and this is the older map. Now, the map in the figure 5.2 is a hand drawn, not on paper but on a piece of clay. The clay is made from the soil. Okay, so the clay is not a piece of paper, it's difficult to write. But when you made things on the clay, and after one day or after some time, the clay will be soaked and become hard. So, in this way, at that time, the maps were made in the 14th century. So, although simple, this map is simple. This map was the first map drawn with a scale. What is a scale? Right now, I am not explaining the point scale, because there is a topic according to it. If we start discussing the scale, we will move towards a new thing and we will forget these three. So first we will finish it and then we will move to the topic according to the book's sequencing. Okay. So the scale and the symbols, all these things are in the chapter. You can see that with a new and better methods of calculation, drawing and tools. So calculation of what? Calculation of the area, calculation of the distance, calculation of the size, the drawing, the drawing capability of printing, human hand or the machines are different, and the tools we use for drawing. So the maps gradually become what they are today. So in this way, the today's map we see in our in front of our eyes or on the internet is because of the calculation, drawing, and the tools. Figure 5.3 and 5.4 all are the example of early maps, but they are very close or near to the maps we have today in the modern world. Although they were printed in the 16th century, it means that they are printed 400 years ago. So the name of this map in the 5.3 figure given, it's a Paris. Paris map is a famous pre-modern. The word pre means the thing which can be done early. So pre-modern map compiled or made in 1513 from military intelligence. So MI military intelligence made it in 1513 in the older times. And then we have the next picture. It's a figure 5.4, a vintage map. A vintage means the old one, the old map of the world in 16th century. So these are some intro. This is just an intro of the maps. We will see the explanation and the detail of the things of scale and the symbols, everything we will see in this chapter. So this is the intro that there are so many things in the map. We see the map that it's very easy. Why? Because today's modern applications make it easy for us to understand the map. But in the old times, it's very difficult to understand it. Okay, so now on the page number 47, everybody move to the page number 47. On the page number 47, we have what? Mohammad Ahmad Mazen, can you read the first paragraph?
Yes, sir. Okay. Uses of map. People have been using maps for a long time. The ancient Egyptians used maps that were drawn based on descriptions which travelers gave. In ancient China, maps were used to plan battles. Maps were used for the very purposes that they are used today.
Okay, that's good, Mohammad Ahmad Mazen. Okay, so what does Mohammad Ahmad Mazen? So what does Mohammad Ahmad Mazen said? Ahmad Mazen said that Mohammad Ahmad Mazen said that the people have been using a map for a very long time. Yes, people are using it a very long time. In the old Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians used maps that were drawn on the basis of the descriptions and the things which are given by the travelers. The travelers, the explorers, as in the previous class, class 4, if you remember, there is a chapter explorers. So explorers are the travelers. They travel and they give the description of the things, that there is a country of this name, after this country there is another country. So in this way they gave the idea, they gave the description, and on that description the map were drawn in the old times. In ancient China, in the old times of China, maps were used to plan battles. They use the map, the hand drawn maps. They are fighting or they are battling with each other. So they know that there are mountains. They will plan the battles, that we will attack from here and then we will move there. In this way, they use map to plan battles. In the modern day, we use map to plan our traveling. And in the old times, maps in the China, maps were used to plan battles. Maps were used for many purposes. Okay, that they are used today. In the old times, there are so many purposes, but in the modern times, there are also many other purposes there for the maps. So this one, the second paragraph, we are moving towards the second paragraph. Ayad Hani, can you read the second paragraph?
Okay, sir. Valuable sources of information. A map provides information such as where a place is in relation to another. For example, the city you live in the north of a river. The distance from the city to the river can be estimated from the scale given on the map, which such information you will be able to find your way around the city.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So Ayad Hani told us that Ayad Hani, okay, Ayad Hani told us that a valuable resources of information, a valuable resources for information, a map provides us so much information, such as it shows a place in relation to another. For example, if we are searching for our accounts office in a school, let's consider the example of a school. For example, someone is new in the school. If that person get a map at the time when that person is entering in the school, that person will know that where are the classes, where is the accounts office, where are the washroom, where is the canteen or the break area, where is the playground. So this map will show everything in the relation that from where that thing is. For example, the city you live in is at north of a river. For example, we will took the example of the Uneza. For example, if I ask you that everybody knows the clock tower of Uneza, the clock tower of Uneza. So, how much or how far is the clock tower from you? So, you will use your map or use your Google. So, Google will give you the distance of clock tower towards your home in the form or calculation with the help of the scale. So in the map the scale is given. In the Google map there is also the scale. In the Google map there is an automatic scale, and in the manual map, the map which is printed, we see the scale or use the scale to measure the distance on the map. So, with the help of such information, you will be able to find your way around the city or anywhere. So, with the help of scale, with the help of map, you can measure the distance. So, we got one thing. With the help of scale, what we can do? We can find out the distance. We can find out the distance. Okay. Right now, the time of the period is ended. One assignment is waiting for you. We will continue our lesson from here in the next class. So have a nice day, everyone, and best of luck for your second term. Mohammad Isogi, I will answer this in the next class, inshallah. Okay. So bye, everyone.
Bye, sir.
Sir, it is 5 minutes away from
Goodbye.
my home. On Isaac
Okay,
Clock
that's
Tower
good.
is
Okay,
five
okay,
minutes.
okay.